and introduced legislation to change the fireworks regulations here in the state. Senate Bill 1023 and 1024. Thank you, Senator, for being here.
Thanks for having me on, Michael Patrick.
What do these bills propose?
What they would do is return Michigan law back to what it was before the change in 2011. That law took effect in 2012, and as the listeners know, things haven't been the same since. And we're finding people across the state that are just not being able to enjoy their homes any longer because of this extended period of time of people using fireworks, and those that are inconsiderate of other people. And so this would return it back to the previous law, which would mean essentially anything that leaves the ground or explodes would no longer be legal.
So we'd be back to those cones that sort of emit showers from the ground and sparklers and that kind of thing. No more bottle rockets, no more aerial shows like the ones that have caused the people to be hurt.
Exactly. There's just reports all over the state of increased injuries and more deaths and loss of limbs, and it's just gotten to the point that people are just not able to enjoy their homes any longer. And I think someone's fun, in my opinion, ends when they're disturbing other people in their neighborhood. And there's just these things, the availability is the problem, that almost every corner in the metro areas, you can buy fireworks now, and these type that cause all the problems. And that's what I'm trying to do, is limit the availability where they're not available in the state of Michigan. And I believe that will make a big difference and give people back the peace and quiet in their homes.
It was 2011 when we in the state of Michigan, I say we, the legislature, deregulated fireworks to allow for these bottle rockets and so forth, things that explode, things that fly in the air. And the reason was that we thought there was lost revenue because Michiganders were driving across the border to go and buy fireworks in other states and bring them back. But you were the only senator that voted against that deregulation?
I was, and I just didn't think the trade-off was worth it. And there was promises, as you mentioned, there was a lot of promises about how much revenue the state was losing by people crossing the borders and buying fireworks in Ohio and Indiana, and that was something that we wanted to take advantage of. And number one, as I said, I don't think it's worth the trade-off for people, the disturbance it causes them and the injuries. And number two, it just hasn't materialized. It's been, I believe the last figure that I got was somewhere around $6 million over since the law was changed, and promises were made at that time that it would be $10 to $12 million a year.
Yeah, well, look at that. And I mean, I know you're not probably the guy who likes to say, I told you so, but you would be certainly justified to say, I told you so. I told you people were going to get hurt. I told you it wasn't worth it. And so now we'll see what happens next in the legislature. Would we roll back the rules now that the horse is out of the barn? State Senator Glenn Anderson, we will find out, and we'll stay in touch.